Hello, this is Fresh Geek. I'm Miles, and today we're doing a board game review. And this is my friend Andrew.
I'm Andrew.
And today we are going to be discussing one of our favorite board games, Unmatched.
Battle of Legends.
Let's take a look. So, of course, like mentioned at the beginning of the video, today we're going to be talking about Unmatched. And, of course, my friend Andrew here is a pretty big board game collector and just a connoisseur of the arts. And that art is board game playing. But anyways, man, gosh, so what type of game is Unmatched?
So Unmatched is kind of a pre-built deck, turn-based fighting game.
Yeah, well, so what are the components for the game?
So the base game will come with a single board game that's double-sided. You can play on either side. And then in the game, each main fighter has their own little standee, their own character. And those characters are very intricate. Along with that, each character has their own sidekick. And each sidekick has a small token that's represented on the board. Each character has their own unique deck with their own special abilities. And, yeah, the components.
Those are the components. Well, gosh, so it's kind of like you're combining Risk with almost villainous.
Yeah.
That's interesting. And what games would you consider to be similar?
So it's a very unique game. The closest game it's to is an old game called Star Wars Epic Duels.
Star Wars Epic Duels.
Star Wars Epic Duels.
I've never heard of that one.
Oh, it was an amazing game.
Yeah?
It's like $200 because they don't print it anymore. But you'd play as a different Star Wars character, and you'd fight each other like Unmatched.
Okay.
But other than that, there's nothing like it.
Really? Wow. Do you have Star Wars Duels?
I don't.
No? You know someone that does?
I do. Play it.
Gosh. Wow. Lucky little turds.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, so how many expansions do you have? How many expansions are there?
So there's currently 2 expansions out. The first expansion introduces Robin Hood and Bigfoot, and the next expansion introduces Bruce Lee.
Really, and Bruce Lee is one of your favorites.
Bruce Lee is a gamble, because you'll either crush the competition or you'll lose in the second round with Bruce Lee.
Yeah, and what does he do to crush his competition?
So in the game, you have two action phases that you can perform. But all Bruce Lee's attacks give him an extra action. So if you get the right card, you can just burn through attacks, attack, and just drain your enemy's life.
Gotcha. Yes, I remember playing against your Bruce Lee, and
was it fun?
It demolished me. It was miserable. Man. Alright, so how would you describe your objective in the game?
So the objective of the game is super simple. It's just slaughter everyone. Kill everyone. So it's a co-op game. You can either play just 1-on-1 or 2-on-2. The point of the game is to just kill both of the opponent's fighters, or if it's just one opponent, your opponent's fighter. You can kill their sidekick in the meantime, but that's not an objective to win.
Mm-hmm. Okay, gotcha. So, and it's turn-based, correct?
It is turn-based. That's correct.
I don't know why I say correct, because I've played the game with you. And, of course, for the characters, they all kind of just come from pop culture, really.
Yeah, they kind of grab them from everywhere. The first expansion, or the base game, kind of drew from historical figures. It's got King Arthur, Medusa, some literature. You got Sinbad the Sailor, Alice from Alice in Wonderland. Then I already mentioned Bigfoot and Robin Hood. But the expansions to come, they're going to include Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Really?
So that's drawing a lot from pop culture. They've announced Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde as an expansion.
Mm-hmm.
There's also going to be 2 different Jurassic Park expansions.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, gosh. And how expensive is this game nowadays? Do you know?
Now you can get the game for around, the base game for around $35. The expansion, the Robin Hood Bigfoot expansion will run around $20. And then the Bruce Lee's a bit pricey. It's $15. So for one character, $15, it's a bit. But it's a great game. It's very well made. So if you're into board games, I would recommend it.
All right. And of course, it is cooperative if you have 2-on-2.
Correct.
But it also has 1-on-1, and then it has free-for-all with 3 players.
Correct. There's 2 different alternates. The official way to play 3 players is 2-on-1, where the one player is controlling 2 different players. Another way to play the free-for-all recommended by the makers is everyone's just controlling one character. Now that way it has some flaws, which we'll talk about a little later, but that is one of the options for free-for-all.
All right. And of course, for interesting features, of course, we've discussed like how amazing the character models are.
Mm-hmm.
They just have so much depth to them. The attention to detail is immaculate.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can see Bigfoot's hair. You can see his log. You can see Alice's grenades on her belt.
You can see the sweat glistening on Sinbad's nipple.
Oh man, gosh, wow. And then, of course, Medusa, you can even see her toes.
All 5 of them.
It's insane. But, gosh, and how would you describe the difficulty?
So, if you've never played board games before, it might be a little somewhat complex. It's not too rule heavy, but the game can last up to 2 hours. So if you haven't built up your board game stamina, that might be a bit much for you. But in terms of complexity, on a scale of 1 to 5, I would put it around a 2.
Okay.
There's not too many rules. On your turn, there's only 3 different actions you can take. So you shouldn't be paralyzed with the amount of options you have.
Gotcha. Yes, that's true. It's true. The 3 actions you can take makes it much easier to contemplate your decisions.
Very much.
Yeah. All right. Well, and as for the game time, we're looking at around 1.5, 2 hours.
Mm-hmm. How about that?
All right. And of course, that can vary depending on how many people you have, and of course, obviously, like with any game, the amount of experience someone has playing the deck. You know, if you're used to your deck, then the game could fly by.
Exactly.
But if you're using a new character, it could be a little bit slower. But that's just the name of the game.
Exactly. Like you mentioned, a lot of it depends on the amount of characters. With just 2 players, you can get a game in about an hour.
Yeah.
4 players, about an hour to an hour and 45 minutes. 3 players is when it really starts to stretch out. 3 players can run you maybe over 3 hours. The game really shines in a 1v1 or a 2v2.
Okay. And of course, what would you say are some problems with the game or with the rules?
So I would say with the game itself, the way the game is set up, especially in a 2v2, the map can be somewhat crowded, especially if some of the characters have more than one sidekick. Robin Hood has 4 sidekicks, and Medusa has 3 sidekicks. So if you have both of them out, the board can get pretty crowded, and it gets pretty easy to get stuck in a corner, in one of the corners of the map. And at that point, if you're just cornered, the rest of the game is just trying not to die, which it'll happen eventually if you're stuck in a corner.
Very true. Yeah. Well, yeah, so it's not very problematic at all.
No, not too much.
No. And then, what would you say is your overall opinion?
Overall opinion. So if I'm really in a mood for a strategic game, a game that'll really make me think, I won't go for Unmatched because it isn't super heavy on the strategic side. It does have some. So it's more a type of game that you want to play. If you're in the mood for something somewhat challenging, something you can maybe be on a team for, and something that'll be enjoyable for everyone. You know, Risk, if you lose, it's not going to be fun. You can get out of the game 2 hours before it ends, but this is a game that you can get into an hour and a half window, and it's fun for everyone. There's so many options. The characters are all so different that you can switch things up and have a different experience every time you play.
All right. Awesome, man. And of course, one thing I truly appreciate, I love pre-built decks. Pre-built decks make the game, you get familiar with the game, it makes the gameplay more fair, and, you know, unlike a game where the deck, like Dominion, you never know what will be in the market. It can always change, but of course, in a game with a pre-built deck structure, it's much easier to get familiar with the gameplay, and probably even better for a younger person to learn, like anyone of pretty much any age, 8 and up. I don't know what the box says.
That's a good question. The box says 14 and up. I would say you could probably get an 8-year-old to play. You could probably get your 8-year-old.
Gotcha. And where did you buy yours?
So I got mine on Amazon. Currently, the expansions are only sold on Mondo Games, if I remember correctly, on their website.
All right. Awesome. And so, kind of our bottom line overall is this is a game that it can appeal to both board game junkies and your casual everyday gamer, and it's very simple, very straightforward.